See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, welcome to Red State Update. My name's Jackie Bros.
And this is Bartholomew Dunlap. Jackie.
What?
You remember back when we started doing videos on YouTube?
No.
The year was 2005. You remember that?
Barely.
And, you couldn't have found nobody more conservative than Jackie Brawls. Jackie, you were dyed-in-the-wool Republican. You were just up and down the line, Mr. Conservative, Mr. Right-wing values. You remember that?
Well, you said 2005, and what we used to do then is just trigger something in my brain, and all of a sudden, I couldn't see through the cigarette smoke, and my nose, it all went into my face. All I could remember, just cigarette stink, smell, fingers, mouth, everywhere. Walls. The walls were yellow. Yeah.
Don't forget the beer. The beer was everywhere. Everything just smelled like stale Budweiser.
Yeah.
Just like if you'd come in with a hose or a little spray bottle, just put a thin film of Budweiser all over the windows and the walls.
Yeah, we lived in that for about 2-3 years, something like that. Yeah.
At least. So I remember just Mr. Conservative, Mr. Republican, Mr. Right Wing, couldn't find nobody more right wing than Jackie Brawls. And along comes Donald Trump. It caused a major, I would say, realignment of your values or rethinking of everything. Now you're Mr. Lefty, Mr. Old Democrat, Mr. Left wing, Jackie Brawls. That's you now. And let me ask you a question, Jackie.
Now, don't make me AOC or nothing, but I'm somewhere toward not. You get a little too far and you start saying words I don't understand. So I can't have an opinion on something I don't know what it is.
You really backed the wrong horse. Let me tell you.
What?
You got on the train at the exact wrong. You could have stayed in conservative town, Mr. Right Wing. You have all your rights. Well, I mean, you still do have all your rights. We got all our rights. None of our rights are being taken away by leaked drafts. We got all our rights, and we're getting more rights. I think if you can tell people what they can do with their bodies,
that gives
like
you
an extra right.
That's
so
more power you have over other people. Yeah, yeah.
You could have been back there enjoying all that. You could have been going to CPAC.
No.
You could have been selling CDs at CPAC.
No.
This year at CPAC featured speaker Jackie Brawls. But instead, you're over here.
We used to go, the Politicon, and that's half and half, and I didn't want to be around any of those people. Nothing. I would never go see
you could have been sitting.
No.
You could have been sitting in your car listening to Ted Cruz's podcast, idling in a Chick-fil-A line. Instead, now you're over here, and I guess we got to go to fucking Brett Kavanaugh's house. I've been there before. I wouldn't say we're friends. He does throw a lot of parties. It just happens. If you party, you're going to wind up probably at Brett Kavanaugh's house sooner or later. It's been a long time. I don't really like that frat vibe.
Free beer, it's hard.
I took some of the China. If you put up a free beer sign, you're gonna have a lot of people at your party. I like people. Listen. I'm sidestepping the main issue of how half this country's population are having rights stripped away from them by talking about Brett Kavanaugh's hair. And I know the younger generation don't like it when you make fun of anybody for any reason. They're right. There are people who look like Brett Kavanaugh who are good, who have his same hair, who are good people, who are standing on the side of freedom and justice, American, old-fashioned American values where we believed in equality and freedom. But man, I just hate people with hair like that. They just like flops around like an untrustworthy puppet. A little beady. I mean, that's the definition of beady eyes, right? It's Brett Kavanaugh. Again,
it's like your face is like a stretch of skin with like 3 dots on it or something. It's like a stretch. It's like I don't know how it look like taffy stretched out or something. And you get a wig on it. Yeah.
Not again. Looks. There are people who look just like Brett Kavanaugh, and if I say I apologize, we've made a lot of hurtful remarks on this podcast.
Well, we also need to point out too, most everybody, the only way we know how to identify Brett Kavanaugh is his crying, screaming face. We don't know. I don't know when they're talking regular or something, it may look different, but I think that's pretty much when you think of Brett Kavanaugh, that's what everybody remembers.
Used to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Used to. Yeah.
Now it's probably getting rid of abortion. If Brett Kavanaugh is the one Roberts peels away, I'll apologize. If that actually happens, that daydream fantasy, then I will personally apologize to awful, terrible monster Brett Kavanaugh on this podcast. Not face to face. I can't go back over there.
You just looking for an excuse to go back over his house.
I can't go back over there. He told me he'd have me arrested if I ever showed up over there again.
Well,
I said, well, what am I going to do? I want to get the rest of this China set. I mean, what if somebody shows up for a dinner party and they're like, well, you only got 3 plates? It's like, that's all I could carry in my condition. A bunch of mismatched plates at a dinner party? Brett, come on. I thought you had breeding.
Look at his hair. Yeah.
Look at his dumb hair. I just hate that kind of hair. Maybe, sure, okay. Would I take it? If God come down and said, I'll give you Brett Kavanaugh's hair, especially if it meant taking it away from him, yes, I would take it. I'd be happy to wear it around on top of my head. But when I look in the mirror, I wouldn't lie. I'd say, okay, yes, it's good. It's hair, but it's the worst kind. It's that gross. Like you weren't friends with a kid who had that hair. That kid was like might have run around with you, but it was like 3rd or 4th friend down.
I didn't have no friend like him, no.
And here in Murfreesboro, there's Brett Kavanaugh's here in Murfreesboro. There's Brett Kavanaugh's everywhere. But here in Murfreesboro, they have a fancy car. Daddy was a lawyer or something. Go out of town on a business trip. They'd have a party. You'd show up, steal everything you can. That's probably, I wonder if that's the connection. Somebody here in Murfreesboro must have gone to prep school with him or something. You just walk out with as many knit ties as you could hold. All the 80s, man. I don't think you guys should be playing around with Dad's car. Is this helping anybody? That's making fun of Brett Kavanaugh. Does this make you feel better at all for a little bit?
Just bear with us. It helps us just a little bit. I hope it does, y'all. But we'll get through it.
How do you talk? How do you address it? I guess you're just gonna make fun of Brett Kavanaugh's hair. That doesn't seem like enough. Quite enough.
You're just gonna have to give us this in sections in order for us to get through this. Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to happen. I guess there's a chance it might not happen. Of course, it could happen just like that. And we want to make sure that we pay enough attention to the actual taking away of rights, the making abortion illegal. Sure, just maybe not everywhere yet, but then they're going to make it illegal through the whole to the whole country.
And Mitch McConnell said it out loud. He's telling it, and everybody said, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." Well, they're going after contraceptives now. Like you just got abortion. You did all you've been screaming about your whole life, and they finally did it, and here it is. And they're like, well, let's get it ain't gonna stop there. See, that's it. That's the thing.
Does anybody even care about, like, used to, you'd hear growing up, people against abortion, old ladies, church ladies, people, oh, the babies. Nobody even really talks about the baby. Like, if they believe all that shit in you, baby, nobody's really saying it like, oh, the babies. Maybe I'm just not hearing those people anymore, because now it's just angry, like you're killing babies, but they don't care about it. It's just something you got to say the worst thing. You're either if you're a liberal now, you're either a murderer or a pedophile, or both, possibly both. So, I mean, if you're murderers and pedophiles, then why do they care what they can do anything they want to us? That's why they can drive vans through crowds of us, shoot us, gun us down, self-defense. Is it self-defense if you're shooting somebody who's about to kill a baby? I guess. I don't know what self-defense now just seems like shooting people. It just seems like it's going to get worse. I don't want to spiral here, but it just seems like it's going to, they're setting it up. Sure, most of them maybe aren't calling everybody pedophiles and murderers, but yeah, enough of them. They need those people that are, so they have to act like they also think everybody's a pedophile or murderer, so that they can get their votes. Used to, they'd say, well, maybe I don't need those votes, but they do now. They do. They gotta have them.
And everybody wants to talk about the protest now. The protest and this and yes, you got to protest. I understand that got to be. You go to the house, you should not, and all this. And we understand what the protest is about, but still, we're talking about protesting, and we're not talking about taking away the rights of half the people in the damn country. Which you're supposed to protest, yes. But when things are like you just said, someone's going to end up getting jerked out of the house. I ain't saying which side or who or what or where. But if everyone that you're against is a murderer or a pedophile, that just seems like you carte blanche. Well, get rid of them.
I seen all these murders outside Brett Kavanaugh's house. We better go jerk out Sotomayor. I don't know.
Well, we saw people actually do this at the state capitol, and thank God that it didn't end up being as bad as it could have. It was bad. People got killed. People going to jail, which I don't even understand that. When they went, all you people that are going for 2 or 3 years in jail for doing whatever you did in the damn insurrection, don't you feel like an idiot because you're getting everything you want? I know you don't get Trump sitting up there boasting about it, because that's half of it right there. They just want to hear him on the libs and boast about it. That's what they want. They need that too. But as far as what you want concerning the country, you're getting it left and right. You're going to sit in jail for 2 years. You're missing all the fun out there. Hell. And I guess he's going to be boasting and bragging. They're going to let him back on Twitter or whatever. I hope he takes it, all Republicans down with him. I tell you, that's one person like I want to hear his damn opinion, but he's confused on how to say about this. He's supposed to take credit for this. He's the one that put the most corrupt president you ever had in the country. Put 3 judges on the Supreme Court that did this, and I ain't heard him say one thing about it one way or the other, which is fine. Keep it that way. But it kind of lets you know some Republicans don't know what to do about this. Susan Collins, Murkowski, some other ones, yeah, whatnot. And if you're to believe what's happening, this is just the beginning of the start of it. Because once the state knows they can get rid of Roe v. Wade get rid of abortion, then they know damn well they can get rid of gay marriage, on and on. I ain't saying it's going to be the whole country yet. But them doors are going to keep opening. In the Republicans, you either going to, have to join the other side, the people that are scared of the Trump people. It seems like most of them just let them do it, whatever. Kevin McCarthy will make sure that gay people are legal and no women can't do anything in this country. He don't give a damn as long as he got the job. He don't care. But there may be a few good Republicans. They're going to have to leave the party. I don't know what else they're going to do because it's going to get worse and worse. And sitting around waiting for a Republican to do a good thing, I don't know. It's Mitt Romney. I get tired of waiting on him or whoever else. And I guess right now we're waiting on one of the judges. We'll find out for sure, like you said.
I mean, is there any Republican who does, other than maybe Susan Collins or Murkowski, who doesn't want the abortion ban? I mean, that's what they want. They've wanted it forever. Right? I mean, all of them. Is there any of them who doesn't want that? They all want it. Or they at least have to say they want it. Now that it's happening, they can't say they don't want it. So who's going to stand up to it? Except maybe, I mean, and obviously so Collins and Murkowski ain't going to do that either. They just said that so they could get elected wherever they're running.
Yeah.
So there's not good Republicans. This is the Republican thing they've been going after.
Yeah. Supposedly 80% of the country, 75 to 80% of the country don't want this. So now I know they're rigging elections and everything else, but it seems like if the country doesn't want this, some of them might be nervous. At least a few in the purple states will say that, at least a few of them. But I ain't got no faith in the American people. Well, they elected Donald Trump. I know they got rid of him a second time, but right now it's like, well, women should have a right to choose. But these gas prices, I tell you what, they just, So my hopes ain't getting too high for the midterm, but we'll see. I'd like to be proven wrong. Whose hair you want to talk about now? Each and every one of you. If you're still listening, we want to thank all of each and every one of your ears and the rest of you too. Yeah.
Even the parts of your body that I, as a straight white male, have no dominion over. I want to thank those parts too. Thank you, parts.
All of you. Yeah. All of
you.
Yeah. We appreciate it.
All of us. Every bit of us. Every inch. I mean, or more than an inch. I'm not, whatever you got.
Wow.
Folks, I just want to say thank you to all the parts of your bodies that give us $5 or more a month over at Patreon. Because those parts, now listen, there's folks who give us $1 over there at Patreon. I appreciate that. That's saying I ain't getting nothing for this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. I get nothing. Who does that? That's charity. I ain't above charity. I love that charity. Keep it coming. Thank you for saying, here's some charity for you. I appreciate you. I ain't going to get to listen to 20 extra minutes of Jackie and Dunlap, but I don't care. I think enough of you that I'm giving you $1 every month out of my hard-earned money. And all money is hard-earned, because I think we have all pretty much collectively decided at this point that jobs are stupid and that we all need to just be doing whatever we want all day long. Unless you're in a country music song, work is dumb. Working for a living sucks.
Hey,
forget about it. It's terrible. That's what we all believe now, right, Jackie?
I don't believe that. I mean, maybe what you're getting paid to do it ain't good.
You'd have to pay me a hell of a lot more to do anything. But so thank you for that $1, and thank you for the $5 that you people give us $5 or more a month over at Patreon, and you get 20 extra minutes with Jackie and Dunlap. We put one up yesterday where we talked about the Statler brothers.
We did Oak Ridge Boys too. Oak Ridge Boys.
Oak Ridge Boys too.
Yeah. The George Jones. I talked about George Jones. Don't ever forget to leave him out. Yeah.
We also Mickey Gilly and Naomi Judd. Rest in peace. Both
God
of
rest
them.
his soul. Yeah.
We talked about all them people. Holy cow. Like Willie's Roadhouse over there. $5 or more a month. I may have gotten the Oak Ridge Boys and the Statler brothers, a few of their members mixed up at certain points. I think at one point I said, the only Oak Ridge Boys you remember is the high one and the low one. And then we were, no.
The hippie one. The
hippie one too.
Yeah.
So I was wrong. A lot of times I'm wrong.
But you at least admit it when you are. You come out and say I was wrong. Hell, we should have a whole other podcast just where we come on here and tell you all the times we was wrong on the one you heard right before it. That'd be longer than the first one. Just facts and figures. You can't be wrong with the point of view, can you?
No, opinions are always right. That's what America is now. It's opinion.
Americans' opinions are all right. Facts and figures don't play into nothing no more.
No, it don't. None of that matters. It's just opinion. Opinion and action. Like by action, I mean trying to get into the Capitol. That's all that matters. In America, opinion and action. A mob, basically. That's what matters. Folks, it's been a crazy week or two, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter because here I am saying, America's crazy. America, nobody wants to work. America's all opinions and mobs. But America's also about money. And this is the part of the podcast where we have to talk to you about our Patreon and our local sponsors.
Local sponsors, yes. America, like it or love it. Leave it whatever
like
else.
It or, no, America, like it or love it.
Yeah. It should be one of those.
Nothing else.
It should be one of those two, I guess. But it capitalism. That's the name of the game right there.
Money's the name of the game.
Yep, it sure is. And I tell you what, there ain't no game I like to play more than to support our local sponsors. Yes, our local sponsors give us $25. Then we say it on here, let you know about it. Local sponsors here from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, the geographical center of the state, right there in the middle. Murfreesboro, that's where you're going to find me. That's where you're going to find Dunlap. And that's where you're going to find most of these sponsors. If they may be in another county. I mean, I think we've had some sponsors as far as Shelbyville before, I think. But most of them here local. Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee sponsors. And I got a good one for you today. And there's a good reason for me to have it. And I'm proud to say it one more time. And that is Rabbit Ship Magazine. Rabbit Ship Magazine, not crazy about the name. But I don't mind the content so much since I'm going to be in the next issue. Going to be a big advertising. There's also going to be a little article in there about the new craze here in the South, I guess here in Tennessee, certainly in Murfreesboro, that's for sure. Everybody going crazy about this bootyman bird. Have you heard of that, Dunlap? Tell me, have you heard of bootyman bird? I'm just curious. Have you heard about it?
Booty bird man?
No, don't say that. I said booty.
Let me just, I may need a recap here. I know that there was Booty Bird, and that was a really big thing. Everybody was talking about Booty Bird.
Well, yeah.
And then there's Booty Bird Man.
Well, we don't say that anymore.
And then you like, well, I'll just be Booty Man Bird.
Well, I didn't just say I'm going to be Booty Man Bird. I had the advice and counsel of my, I guess, lawyer. He considers himself an activist lawyer. He's tired of these booty bird people putting up their booty bird pictures of booty little bird shaking his booty, going booty, booty, booty. His little tail feathers at you. He's had enough of that, and I have to agree with him. I have too. And I'm represented by Gumby Meatmeyer of Meatmeyer and Peach Paw.
But he's the son of Big Daddy Meatmeyer.
Well, he's still with the farm.
He's in the farm, but I think it's a little misleading when you say Meatmeyer, and Peach Paw. That you think, he's a big deal lawyer. Well, this is his son. He's just trying to get a foot in the game. He barely knows what he's doing. Is he actually a lawyer, or is he just, has a Corvette?
I tell you this much right now. He must know what he's doing, because he's got those booty bird people running for the hills. I tell you what, he's had enough of them. They tried to come after me, give me cease and desist order, told me to stop doing a booty bird man. Said, don't do it anymore. We're going to sue
Booty Man Bird.
No, I am Booty Man Bird now. Booty Bird
Man.
And
before it was Booty Bird Man.
And they said I wasn't allowed to do it. You can't do that. Don't do that anymore. We're going to take you to court. We're going to sue you, everything else. And I
see.
I'm not a wealthy man. I ain't got a lot of.
That's right.
I don't have a lot of help. But then Gumby Meatmeyer of Meatmeyer and Peach Paw, whether it's his son or not, he's still in the farm. Come to my defense, said I'm tired of these booty bird people thinking they own everybody, like they own every kind of bird. Anyone in a bird costume, anyone doing a cartoon of a bird, tell that to Tweety Bird, he said. They don't own that, and they ain't going to own you if you take that head off, which I did. The bird costume took the head off, because I was passing out flyers and things. I was just trying to get work. At the time, I had terrible representation. I had a manager. I started out as just an regular overall model, was approached, and I, they saw me from across the room, said, there's a man that knows how to wear overalls. It all started there. Had some management, a little confused here. Had some jobs that I didn't quite understand, and then you come in trying to help me. Well, I'm not going to name names. I just had terrible management. Sent me to a waterbed store, passing out flyers. But that was bad enough, even on the low end totem pole of that. Those booty bird people had enough. Said, cease and desist order. You can't wear that booty bird outfit no more. You got to get out of that. We're going to do it. But no, sir, Gumby Meatmeyer told them, no, he is not booty bird man. He said, take that head off, that costume head, that bird bill head off, a beak, whatever it is. Get it off your face. And I did. Easier to breathe that way, too. I like it a lot better. It gets hot inside that thing. So I'm happy every which way now. Mm-hmm. He said, you ain't Booty Bird Man no more. You Booty Man. No, you ain't Booty Bird Man. You Booty Man Bird.
Now I get it.
That's when he said, you are Booty Man Bird. That's who you are. And I said, I am. I said, well, sure I am. And I tell you what, since I took that little head off of my costume head, like I said, for a lot of reasons, I don't sweat as much, and it's easier to breathe. You can hear me, you can understand me. You holler inside that thing's like, and people don't know it. Of course, they ain't expecting the bird to say nothing unless they think it's Booty Bird, which they want you to bend over, shake your tail feathers, and go booty, 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 booty. That's what that's what.
Do you still do that part? Do you do that part?
I guess I could do whatever part I want to do, because it was explained to me. Gumby Meatmeyer has now sent a cease and desist order to the Booty Bird people saying, Booty Man Bird is far too similar to what you're doing. You need to stop doing that now, because everybody knows at one time, sure, everybody wanted a little Booty Bird hair, a little Booty Bird. I didn't understand it. Don't know why people want to look at it on the computer, a picture of it anyway. It don't make any sense to me, but so be it. There's a lot I don't understand. But nowadays, people don't care about that. What people care about is Booty Man Bird. That's right, Booty Man Bird. I've opened up a bank last week, opened the ribbon thing, did that. There was an opening to a mall that was in Smyrna. Went up there, people lining up, get little autographs.
There's a new mall in Smyrna?
Well, it's about a half a strip mall, but that's the best you can do.
Oh. Well, yeah.
It's a market on one side. It's a market on one side and a liquor store on the other.
Oh, okay. I get it.
But you call it, I'm going to the mall, and then, you still get everything you want there unless you want shoes or something, clothes.
Kids don't know. Usually they had these things called malls. Now they just got liquor stores and little package in and out. Grab you something, go stores.
Yeah. But
no shoes.
It's a tradition. We still like saying a mall. But I went up there anyhow and was there, and they opened, they did all that. Saw some people. People happy to see me, take pictures with folks like to do this. And like I said, they're doing a little article about the success of this new craze. This Bootyman Party, new Rabbit Shit magazine. I'm also going to do another little, you see pictures of me, like a spread is what they call it, or whatever. You do like just pictures posing different ways, and me doing all that stuff. And tell you what, it looks like those Booty Bird people on the run. Because I said, well, I don't really understand this, Gumby. We was just talking. Usually I refer to him a lot, I'm professional, but if it's just me and him talking, call him Gumby, he said, call me Gumby, and that's what I do. And I said, I don't understand legalese. I don't understand all this stuff, but from what I understand, just what I say in front of my face, what I can go by, what I hear. Seemed like they were doing Booty Bird a long time before all of a sudden I started doing it and then took a head off and changed the name around. I don't understand how you can go after them for copying us, even if we're so different at this point. He said, sir, you don't know a lot about legalese. You leave that to me. They can't sit there. This is what he put. He said, do you bend over, shake the tail feathers and go, booty, 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 booty? I said, yeah, well. He said, does theirs do it? And I said, well, yeah. And he said, does it sound like you doing it? I said, well, I don't know anybody that sound like me, but unless, they're there to see me in autograph picture, then people will do it like, they'll do it back to you. That's the only time I've ever heard. I said, no, it don't sound nothing. I said, well, that's right. It don't sound nothing like you. You an original character, an original figure. You're a man in a bird outfit with tail feathers sticking out, overalls over it. That ain't nothing like Booty Bird. And he doing the same thing. It don't matter whether he did it first or second or last or whenever he did it. The fact that he's doing it, he got to stop. Because that's what you do now. And ain't nobody wanting to say Booty Bird do it. They want to see Bootyman Bird do it. And I'm happy to do it. I'm flattered that anybody would ask me to do it. I'll do it anywhere you want. If you see me, I'm happy to bend over, shake the tail, go Booty, Booty, Booty. That's what I do. Put a smile on your face, happy to do it for you. So Booty Bird can't do it no more. That's what Gumby Meatmeyer said. He's taking them to court, gave him a cease and desist order, said, I'm going to sue you big time. We're going to take every dime you made on Booty Bird. Yeah. You better not go up against us because you ain't going to make no more money off Booty Bird. That's the last dime you ever going to get. And if you want me to come in there and take all them dimes, I'll do it. You pack up and go home with what you got, what he told him. So you're lucky you made anything at all. Said, take it and get out of the state of Tennessee. I don't want to see you come back here no more.
That way he said all that to Booty Bird?
Well, the people, Booty Bird ain't a real person. He's, was a cartoon cut. I don't know what they are.
Oh, Jackie, I don't know. This sounds like you just setting yourself. First of all, these big bird corporations have high-powered lawyers. They put Meatmeyer and Peachball to shame. They look like piddly-ass little Matlock shit.
Why?
They have helicopters and glass offices.
What a helicopter got to do with court? They ain't got nothing to do with it.
If they gonna sue you, they get there faster and they land in your yard and blow all the dead leaves around.
Right.
Make a big entrance, and you're intimidated. When somebody's coming to sue you and they land in a helicopter, you're like, well, fuck. I guess I picked the wrong booty bird. And then I tell you something else. They're gonna say, and they're gonna get you guilty in a court, and then also you're gonna have to pay all the court costs, and that runs into money because you got to pay. I think everybody that works at court, the bailiff, the guy stands outside, interviews them after the court is over. Judge Wapner, all of them.
Judy's
TV crew.
Now he gone. Judy does it now. Judge Judy.
Judge Judy.
I know she makes a good living too. You're right.
All of them.
I know
every single one of them.
I look.
And you're gonna have to pay for all that.
Talking to me like I'm an idiot. Gubby, meat man knows what he's doing. No, sir. No, he got it.
I don't know. I think he's gonna put you in the poorhouse, and Booty Bird LLC will be standing laughing on your grave.
Well, they'll be laughing they'll be laughing by themselves because nobody cares what Booty Bird does anymore. And ain't nobody asking about what Booty Bird does anymore. Nobody going up to Booty Bird, even though it ain't real or whoever it is. Ain't saying, where's it going, booty, booty, booty. No. They come up to me, Booty Man Bird. That's who they want to talk to. That's who they want to see do it. They don't want to see some cartoon ripping me off. That ain't an old man bending over shaking his tail feather. That's some little cartoon. I'm tired of looking at it. Don't want to see it anymore. Where's that old man bending over shaking his tail feather saying booty, booty, booty? That's what I want. That's what that's
not what people want.
Yes, it is. That's
the opposite of what people want. And also, I'll tell you this: when the headlines get out, and the headline says "old man and crooked lawyer sue Booty Bird," how do you think they're gonna be on the side of Booty Bird?
No,
because the other two people in that headline are old man and crooked lawyer. Nobody likes either one of them. So you are asking for a world of hurt.
I ain't asking for nothing but what's rightfully due me. Gumby says he told me he said we're gonna get what's coming to you. They've done you wrong. They've done you wrong repeatedly, and it's time that they pay.
He's filled your head full of nonsense. It's a good thing you get bird head off because your own head's got too big and inflated with the ego, son.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm just
you got above your raising.
No, that's what people
Are you even wearing overalls anymore? I thought you were an overall mom.
Well, I wear overalls over the bird outfit. The body, the bird body.
That makes sense.
The feathers. You put the overalls over on that. And then you got the body of a bird. You got like big bird legs or whatever it is.
Okay.
And then you got a head, my regular head, wearing a hat.
Okay. And then the overall. Okay, I see.
Ain't nothing like Booty Bird. Ain't nothing like it. Completely different. Nothing similar at all. They've got to stop. And by God, Gumby gonna stop them.
Have you still got that plump bird booty that shakes up and down?
Well, you got to have that. You got to have the tail feathers sticking out, doing it. Yeah, that people want that. That's what they like. They like me doing it. Okay. They like me doing it. Not no cartoon no more.
Mm-hmm. They like the authenticity of a grizzled old coot in a bird suit. Oh, that should be Coot in a Suit. That should be your new business name.
Yeah,
you can have that for free if you come back to Dunlap Management Co. Whatever my company name is. I got to check my tax filings. I forget. I have so many, aliases trying to get the feds out of my pocketbook.
Whatever.
So listen, it's an open door. If you win and you don't actually lose money and get in any trouble, then you're welcome to come back and be my client. If you lose, I'm sorry. I'm full up trying to get Brushy back on track. So just let me know. I just as your friend, Jackie, I hate to see you get mixed up. The only people scarier than, Big Bird, not Big Bird, but I mean, how people say, oh, Big Oil or whatever. I was saying Big Bird, but then that sounds like I mean Sesame Street Big Bird. I could say Big Booty, but that sounds like something else too. They say Big Booty Bird. The only people scarier than Big Booty Bird are the bird suit people. So you got big business on the one hand, America, and then you got organized crime on the other hand, America. And I guess that's just the story of America.
Well, what you ain't got all the scales of justice and the blind lady holding it, and Gumby is sitting there helping her weigh it. That's what you missed out on. And it's all weighing in my favor. Thank you very much. Thank you, blind lady.
Are you sure?
Thank you, Gumby. Beat my.
Are you sure that he sounds like he's losing a little bit? He's like one of those people on Twitter that just loves to fight. Like you on Twitter right now is only for fighting, as far as I can tell.
Well,
maybe I just followed a bunch of fighting people.
If he's losing it, he should lose it even more, because I tell you, he got them booty bird people, or big booty bird people, as you like to call them. He got them on the run. They're on the ropes now. We'll see how this turns out. I got complete faith in Gumby Meatmeyer and Peach Paw.
I tell you, Peach Paw's rolling over in his grave. Jackie, well, good luck to you. I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest, if I can confide in you, showbiz veteran to showbiz veteran.
Right. Yeah.
Business is bad. Ever since everybody turned their back on Brushy.
Well, I turn my back on Brushy because I get sick to my stomach watching food come out of his mouth all over him. Everybody turned their back to him. And who wants to look at a man? It looked like he had a stroke. He can't eat no more. And he gets it all over himself. He needs a nurse to stand there beside him, spooning it in his damn mouth, because he's getting it all over himself. Nobody likes looking at that. No one.
No, nobody. Apparently, nobody does. He lost his, nobody's posting him on Messy Mouth TikTok anymore. Nobody's. The Super Cheesy Chili Dog Plus, the Super Cheesy Chili Dog streaming network shut down. Sloppy Farmer says there. Nobody's interested in Sloppy Farmers anymore. Napkin Needed magazine's going in a different direction. I don't know what different direction that could possibly be. Gravy Jackets, faulty. Let gravy get all over you. Burlington Coat Factory said this is a disaster. When Burlington Coat Factory calls you a son of a bitch, you are in trouble.
Well, yeah.
All his personal appearances. The vinyl division of Hosable Fashion wanted him to be the face of Oopsarals at the World Wear Awards in June. They've shut the Hosable Fashion, the vinyl division down, so they're not even making Oopsarals anymore. None of the magazines, Jackie, all these magazines, even Fleck and Spittle magazine doesn't want him anymore. So we still been talking, and we're trying to figure out his second act. Everybody deserves a second act, even Brushy.
Well, he needs to learn how to eat with his mouth closed, and not get food on him. Maybe.
We're just trying to figure out a way to get him some money. Do you want his jingle? Maybe you could use that as Brushy Man Bird. It's not as good as Brushy Bird, but Brushy Man Bird. What spilled on your leg? You ate some chili and then you laid an egg.
Stupid.
I thought maybe $5,000. It was yours.
I don't need it. I've got booty. What else? I don't need it. He can keep that song. Ain't nobody want to hear that.
That was a pretty big meme. All right, I get it. But it's just none of the overall companies, no Hilltop, no Glade Tough, no Thrifty Thread, none of them. None of the magazines, not even Donkey House. None of them. We're trying to figure it out. We've been meeting over at the Murfreesboro Motel, the restaurant.
Where'd you meet?
We've been meeting at the restaurant in the Murfreesboro Motel.
Oh, okay.
He just likes to go out to eat. And I've been getting the check and then sending invoices up to Newfoundland. But so far, I ain't been reimbursed for nothing. But we did have an interesting. Did you ever, when you were a big old-time overall model, did you ever try on the Oopsarals?
I ain't have no reason to do to it. They had me in a green outfit, and they put the overalls on you after you do it or something. So maybe they put some on me, but I don't know.
We was sitting in there at the bar at the Murfreesboro Motel, and we run into the inventor of overalls, Dr. Maxine Limlamp.
Who?
Dr. Maxine Limlamp. She, since they shut down, since the vinyl division of Hosable Fashion shut down overalls, she's been trying to figure out what her second act is too. And so we sat there, we sucked on a couple beers. And she said, you know, overalls 2023. I said, 2023? What's overalls 2023? She said, well, it doesn't just keep you in innerwear stain free and dry during a cleansing hose down. Is vinyl workwear use. It actually lets you address your regrets.
What?
Because by overalls in your mistakes.
What?
Well, that's what I said. What? What? And Brushy had been eating tuna helper, and he had it all over him, of course. They don't serve tuna helper at the Murfreesboro Motel bar. He brung a jug of it from home, like a little Tupperware, and a jug. He just kind of squished some down in a jug. He said, I like to make it watery and tip it up like I'm having me a swig of moonshine, but it's tuna helper.
Ah.
I don't know. You know, he's got some, he really loves eating, like the physical, like he loves, we're like, oh, he's messy. And he is. He's forgetful. He's messy. He's a slob. But he also like really enjoys, like, he said, I like to feel food in my hand and on my mouth. I like to feel it on my tongue. I like to feel it in my mustache. I like to rub it on my face sometimes.
He likes to feel it all over him. That's what he's,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, he does. Gets all over his body. It come out of his mouth. It gets on him. It makes you sick to your stomach.
At these meetings we've been having, it's a kind of soul bearing. He's like, you know, I like it. It gets all over me all the time, and I'm kind of ashamed of it, and also I enjoy it. I'm like, he's like, I like food, and I like the feel of it. It's been nice getting to know Brushy. So he had this tuna helper all over him, and Dr. Limlamp said, hey, y'all come up to my room here in the motel. She's been living at the Murfreesboro Motel, and tried these, rubber breeches on, and let's give it a shot. So Brushy got up there. He put them on. His wires and buttons, levers, and it's hard to get them on, honestly. They look like rubber robot breeches, but Brushy said it was nice once you got situated and you wasn't getting poked by all the stuff. He said it was comfortable. It just felt like regular breeches, but you had to kind of work your way, adjust yourself in there. And then she just flipped the knob and the room went dark and the lights come back up. And then Brushy didn't have no tuna helper in his beard at all. None.
Wait,
I said, Brushy, what happened? He said he had traveled back in time.
What?
Now, this is where it gets. Listen, I knew you were gonna say, but Brushy ain't on no drugs. Well, I mean, for his back, he takes a few things, but it's nothing that's gonna make you think he's going back in time unless he forgets. Did he take this pill at that? Did he forget his morning one? Did he take 2 in the afternoon? Sometimes he gets confused. Sometimes some gets stuck in the food in his beard or mustache, and then he accidentally takes 2 because one gets loose.
What?
But he said, listen, Jackie, now I know you ain't going to believe it because you're a skeptic and you don't believe in the power of positive thinking. But he said he had traveled back in time. He's seen himself, Brushy, the past Brushy didn't see him. The mistake-ridden Brushy didn't see Brushy come back in the rubber breeches, the overalls. And when Brushy saw his mistake self grab that tub of tuna helper to bring with him to the bar and the jug in the tub, he knocked it out of his hands. And he said that his old mistake-ridden Brushy from the past was like, what? And he had no idea what happened. And then all of a sudden, in a flash, he was back in the room with me and Dr. Limlamp and no more helper bird. And Dr. Maxine Limlamp said, well, I'd call that a success.
Bull hockey.
What part do you not believe?
The only part I do believe is he got food all over his face. The rest of it, none of it.
Jackie, I'd love to say this was just a joke, just an overalls joke, just more Gallus humor, but it's not. It's an actual thing that happened. I witnessed it, and we're going to make, when Overalls 2023 come out, I am telling you, Dr. Limlamp is going to make $1 million. We're going to have Brushy be the face of it, and it's going to be a face with no food on it. We're going to experiment again. Brushy's just going to continue to fix his life, and by the time we're done, you won't even, Brushy might be the most successful person ever come out of Murfreesboro. Be the most, well, put a giant cedar bucket to shame.